Good evening, guys. Afternoon, whatever you want to say. I haven't done that much videos on anything really. I've been busy under the weather, but excuse me. But I've been I'm gonna get back to building, selling, whatnot. But figured show some stuff. But I wound up getting this for $40 on eBay. Just got it today. So not the greatest, but it's alright. Just wind up trying to get a finish on the neck here, but it's nice and straight. Yeah, the frets are like almost perfect on this thing. So we wind up doing this in yellow, but I gotta put some holes in for the tremolo, and that'll be up and running. I'm not gonna get attached to it. I mean, the horn on top is not as, it's a little pointy, almost like an Ibanez. So, I mean, I know these things are like mass produced in the factory where they just bang them out. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. I had to do something with my son. So, I got that guitar, I was doing. And I wound up getting this from somebody who, I guess they were attempting to do it, but you know, they cleaned it up a lot, but they laid out the I got this for like 45. It was a kick guitar, obviously, and I guess this wasn't perfect for a beginner, so I guess he gave up on it, so I wound up getting it. But I guess when he was putting in the posts, he just put them in and they didn't line up. And then I guess the binding on this guitar, I guess he trimmed it to be level with the rest of it, and on these guitars, so far that I saw, was they angle the binding to cover the gap on the neck. So I guess he trimmed that down, and then there was a gap on it. Then it looked like there was no place for the wire, he said, and then I guess he estimated and he drilled a hole, and then it came out right over there. Not a big deal, but I don't know why they ran the channel over here. Goes all the way through and into the cavity, and they didn't put a channel for the rear pickup. So I guess he thought he was gonna run into that channel by drilling, and he went through and it came out the top. I mean, I sanded it, and I guess he didn't, and I cut the I wound up doing this, and I just put the wood dye, the black wood dye on it. So I had to realign the posts, but he wound up humping the veneer on this, which is paper thin. So what I decided to do was, I had veneer I got from Lowe's, And I figured, let me get creative just to cover up the damage that was done. Because I'm not going to spend money on this type of veneer. It's very thick, it's like paper. So, we'll wind up doing like a fan effect on this. Whoa. Wind up putting dowels into the holes, fill them in. When I put this on, I mean, it's not going to look too bad. I'm going to do blue, so hopefully it works out. And then the nut, when it's set, because I did string it up to make sure the strings were all where they needed to be, because he had this offset, so you couldn't even put the saddles onto it. And then when you did put it on there, when I dropped the pickups in, the strings were like way off, and then this was shifted to the side where the strings were cockeyed. And then the nut, this part is sloped, so it's like the strings hit even when you adjust the so why not putting a little shim there, and then so now the nut is good. I restrung it up, everything is lined up. It needs some fret work, not much on it, but there are some frets that are, I mean, I banged some of them down already, so there is no fret buzz on it, and then the action on it is not too bad. Truss rod works good, so I filled that in to cover up the gap, and then once the pick guard's on, it'll cover up the majority of it, and then I just have to fix trimming. I guess I'm gonna have to put a little channel in so the wire will drop, and then once I put some foil in there, we'll cover it up, and then I'll have that little divot on the bottom, which I'll fix. So when it's sanded, polyurethane on it. Hopefully it works. I hope. And my other project was my first acoustic. It's not a 41, it's a small nylon, no truss rod. But it was in some pretty, it was in bad shape. So I wind up putting a new veneer on the front and back. I mean, the sides are sanded, but to sand this down will take forever. When I put a veneer in the back, cut it, sanded it, and I did one in the front. I just painted it, and I just put a little poly on it right now just to see how it comes out. This wood dye is better, you know what? It's better than painting. There's no fumes, so I don't have to go outside and spray and worry about drips. I can just sit here with the fan on, nice and cool, and do it. And the poly doesn't really have that much odor to it. I mean, I've had the lacquer I've used, and you got to go outside with the lacquer. It's just, then I have to separate it. Yeah, it's a headache. And the poly I could actually do here, and the smell is like minute. Maybe I'm just used to it. I got new frets I have to put in, sanded the neck down. I mean, yeah, like I said, there's no truss rod in this, so I just hope for the best. So I'll put the new frets in it. I already got the saddle. Give it another sanding and clean it up a little bit more. I got inlays coming to put on it. It didn't have inlays. It had paint dots on it. I remember this is from 1981, 82. So, yeah. So it'll be better. I mean, it needed a lot of work. You know, whether it plays good or not, It's just the fact that it looks better than what it did. And I guess, I mean, no, Strat, STRADOLLN, model 119, that's in there, whether or not you can see it. So, yeah, it's an old guitar. Like I said, whether it plays or doesn't play, I mean, I like it to play. And like I said, it's not a full size, but no truss rod, and that makes a difference. Because the neck is the way it is. So, and it's real bitch sanding this stuff off. So, I'll just do some more on it with where I can get the color in it. That's pretty much about it. So I've been busy doing that. All this other stuff. But I want to know what you guys think about tremolos. What do you guys think are the best tremolos out there? Your Standard, your Taylor, your Floyd Rose, the Ibanez. I mean, I had the Ibanez. What is it? I can't even think of the name of the Ibanez tremolo on it. I mean, I got a generic one and a white one there, but that's a 2-pivot, which is yeah, you really can't. You could just dive bomb with it. Because if you adjust the height on it, you raise the act. Yeah, it's a whole. You have to shim the neck to. Yeah, you're better off just leaving it the way it is. Does what it needs to do. But I was just curious on to what you guys think are the best tremolos out there that you have used or not used. I mean, I've had an original Floyd Rose, which I don't have anymore, but I do have a licensed one, which is a little different quality wise, but it's the same functionality and the same concept of it. So this is a license which only cost me $20. So I mean, Floyd Rose is good for the wobbly. I mean, it got the locking nut on top. The setups on them are a pain in the ass, obviously, to get them to work correctly. I mean, it does have the 3 strings in the back and the claw. You do have to, well, by option, you could either leave the nut on the string with the ball on and slide it through the tuning pegs and then trim it and set them in your saddle and then lock them with those mechanisms there. But, you know, the first time working on the Floyd, yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but once you do a couple of them, or you do it a couple times, then it's pretty easy. They're not complicated. I mean, the intonations on it, you know, are pretty simple. Like I said, the only thing with these tremolos, these type of tremolos, is you have to keep with an Allen key, loosening it, slide it, tighten it, tune it, set it, the whole 9 yards. And yeah, I mean, I like the Floyds, but so for $20, whatever it was I spent for this licensed is yeah, can't see spending buku bucks on a on something. I mean, it's the same thing except maybe quality. Obviously, Floyd's are made, well, they are made a lot better, but you know. So, like I said, I like them. They're not bad. You know, they they're unique in their own sort of way, but they are a pain in the neck to set up. But like I said, after a couple, you're good to go. And then you got your Kayla. The Kayla tremolos in this locking, the way they have it, locking tune, locking. Can't really do the wobbly sound like a Floyd. But it is a different animal completely. Obviously, there's no springs or claw on it. Setting the action on these is a not too bad because it's only got one Allen screw on it. You don't have two on each side to you know, balance them out. You just got the one. Intonations, regular screwdriver on it, so you could pull them in and out, which isn't bad. And you just drop the balls into that, and then that's it. So it's a one, drop the string in, slide it through, tighten it up, good to go. But these don't, well, they stay in tune pretty decent, not as well. As for the price, I mean, yeah, it's made in the USA. I'm sure they've gotten better over the course of time because this is an 80s guitar too. So, and then you have two little springs underneath that you adjust. I don't know if you can see them with the shine. There's adjustments on that to raise and lower the bridge. So, that's a nice little feature. And it just comes right out. So, problem is they don't make aftermarket Kayla tremolos, which is a bummer because, you know, these are just as expensive as a Floyd. And then we have the Pro, and I think I have a Flyer on my Honda. But, you know, this isn't a bad guitar. I mean, tremolo. I do like the Floyd a little bit better, but this is a little bit more of a pain in the ass to adjust. But like I said, it's not a bad tremolo. And then you get your Allen keys on each side, just in case for whatever reason it shifts, so you could move the saddle a little bit back and forth if it's offset. So, and parts, tremolo arms and stuff like that, you only get through Kayla, so it's not like you can go anywhere else to get a part for it. That's the shitty side of it. You have to go to the dealer, mail, and or eBay, but still, you just can't go to a guitar store and if you need a Floyd Rose part, whatever it is, whether it's a legit, and you can't do it. Doesn't work like that. So that's the benefit of having a Floyd and not a. Wow, this took a beating over the course of time. So, like I said, so far Floyd is a little bit better. Then you got like your aftermarkets. Like this is an 80s Schecter, and this is their tremolo system. It's actually got 2 screws, one there, and it's like a bar that is on top, and then the tremolo slides in like a lip on it. And that's the only thing. It's got the 3 strings in the back. It's got the locking nut on top. It's pretty easy to adjust. And you could do the wobbly sound just like a So this is actually a good tremolo. I actually like it a lot. So it's got the features of the Floyd and a regular standard tremolo. It stays in tune very well, and it's got the Kayla style tuning knobs on it. So yeah, it's a good thing. The only downside on this guitar is that the truss rod is right in there. And that's just fucking stupid, if you ask me. Doesn't make sense to put the truss, yeah, that's fucking retarded. I don't think what that was. I think they'd come up with another way to, just, whatever. Stick the truss rod there. Not there, where you have to take, it's stupid. That's what it comes down to. You gotta take the strings off, you gotta, then you put the strings back on, then you have to tune it, tighten it, and then hope to God that, the truss rod is good. You adjusted it right, so. But that's the only downside on that guitar. So, that's a Schecter tremolo. Then you got your basic, standard tremolo. That you see on all your boutique guitars and high-end guitars, and these could be more of a pain in the ass sometimes than a Floyd, to be honest with you. But intonation's easy, height adjustment's easy, no locking nut on top. Which is weird why they put locking nuts on some guitars and not others. So it does the same thing. And some stay in tune, some don't. These stay in tune. And if I take the nut off the Floyd Rose one and see what happens, maybe it will stay in tune too. But who knows? That would be for another video. This is the scalp neck, but if you don't play it for a while, so it's got the 3 strings in the back, just like the claw. And mine, I have it floating. It is a pain in the neck, but if you set your feeler gauge and stuff, which I'll do a video on. I said I was going to do one for CJ99, but you can make them float. They're a pain in the ass to do, but like I said, once you get it down, it's the ratio, the springs, and it's the string. So strings pulling the bridge this way, the springs pull it this way, so you have to get the right balance on it. You have to meet in the middle somewhere to make it work right. But once you get it right, you leave it. You know what? Take your measurements. So if you ever have to do anything, you just put it right to where you had it originally, and you won't have a problem. So I don't know if you could hear it, but I could make it warble. what you're hearing is this, but when you look at it, I don't know if I could do it. When I do that, the thing vibrates, and it gives you the wobbly sound like a Floyd does. So, these are good tremolos. Been around forever. So, I'm gonna say, between the ones that I have and played, it's a tough decision, but I'm gonna say Floyd Rose, in my opinion. I mean, I like the Kayla for its, but the downside, parts are expensive. You have to get them online, so you just can't walk into a store. Not that you can do that with all the Floyd parts neither, but you got a better shot at going to Guitar Center or Amazon or eBay and getting parts and getting it the next day or 2 days. Kayla just went on Amazon, and I think the tremolo is like $250, and that arm is like $20 for it. And it's like another item, but that's it. It's not like you can get replacement parts for it. You go to their website, or you pretty much go to their website, or you just go on eBay and just keep looking to see if you can find a cheap tremolo system. But I'm gonna go with the Kayla. I'm sorry, the Floyd Rose. I don't know. It just feels good when you're playing it. And then I'm gonna go with the regular standard. If it's set up right, I have it set like this, I'm happy with it. I could go up, I could go down, I could wobble it, so I get the best of both worlds, and intonation and everything else on it. So I'm good with that. And with that, that's that pickup. So yeah, it'd be Floyd. Then it would be my standard tremolo. And then it would be my Schecter, or that style. I could show you the pivot. It's a 2 pivot. It's almost like, Fender does the same thing on it. Ooh. So, like I said, on this particular model, you can only dive bomb. That's it. Can't go up. You just go down. It's got the 2 pivots, and you do the intonation, and the saddles are pre-radiused, so you don't have to adjust nothing. They just drop, and they give you the curve. It's a good guitar, don't get me wrong. It's just a bad tremolo. But, like I said, for you to go up with it, you can adjust the heights of the tremolo, which then brings the action of the strings up, and then they're pretty much unplayable. So to compensate for that, you have to loosen the neck, and then you have to shim the neck up to compensate the string height. Then you can do it. So I was messing around. No, actually, when I got the guitar, the person originally had that type of setup. He had a shim in the neck, and he had this raised up, but it was still like unbearable. If it had a tilt neck system in it, then that would have made sense if you put the tilt neck in it. That way you could adjust the height of your tremolo, and then just tilt the neck a little bit so you can get the up and down motion, but here I have it set just for down, and I'm not going to change it. There's no need to. So this would obviously, this type would be like my least favorite, because it's just, why bother putting it on there? Doesn't make sense. So that's my little video for today. I mean, it's actually a long one, but besides, it's fucking hot as hell outside, so I ain't doing nothing outside. So give me your thoughts on what tremolos you like, or that you prefer or not prefer. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and stay cool, my friends.